Are you ready for more? There's more. For number 7, okay, just what I said, it gets a bit harder, so pay close attention. Now here's the next problem. Janrel has an aquarium whose surface area is 2,006 square decimeters. Ayan, di ba remember? This time, the surface area has already been given. So, Janrel has an aquarium and then the surface area is 2,006 square decimeters. The shape of the aquarium is the shape of a square prism. Yan, it's a square prism. So, di ba remember square prism? The two bases are squares and the rest of them are rectangles. Then it says here, the height measures 21 decimeters. He uses recycled paper plates to make circular bubbles that he would stick onto the sides of the aquarium, which are used as decorations. Wow, grabe naman talaga si Janrel. Gusto niyo makaroon ng decorations yun. And the paper plates come in 3 different sizes. They are small, medium, and large. And then here's the catch. The small paper plates have a circumference of 18.84 inches. The medium paper plates have a circumference of 31.4 inches. And the large one has a circumference of 47.1 inches. He's planning to stick 12 large bubbles, 20 medium-sized bubbles, and 36 small-sized bubbles onto the aquarium. The square is used as the base. Ayan. So that's also another clue. So in the aquarium that Janrel is using, he's going to use the square as the base. Pero if you're going to think about this aquarium, it's really large. Remove decimeters to. I know in aquarium, that's supposed to be centimeters. Pero assuming lang it's in decimeters. Pero in general, wala tayong aquarium na ganun. Okay? Now let's answer the following questions. Like letter A, how many waters in liters would fit the aquarium? Ayan, so here's the problem. But if you want to talk about liters, we need to convert that into liquefied units. Because, diba, the volume is in square decimeters. So we need to convert that to liters. So how do you do that? Here's the solution sheet. First, we need to find out where is it, okay? Ayan, yung conversion we have. Oh yeah, kasi nga with goal is it's in decimeters. Kasi nga our goal is to convert that into inches, tama? So how do we do that? So this is what we did. Actually, in the first place, what we did is I converted this into surface area. So what we did muna is surface area. The surface area of the, ano yun, the formula. So we know the surface area of a square prism is always like this. Remember for the squares, it's the area of one base, then times, ano to, times itself. Then plus 4 times the height. Tama? So that's why the formula is like this. Ganito siya. Yan. 2x squared. So, di ba remember, if you could imagine that this is your square prism, and then the base is a rectangle, the height measures 21. Anong sabi doon? 21 decimeters. Tama? So, 21 decimeters yan. So, 21 decimeters. 21. Okay? So, 2 times x squared plus 4 times 21 times x. Alright? Bakit 2 times x squared? Because alam ko na. Because diba remember the square prism, if you're given the height as 21, then for the squares, we do not know what is the measure. So that's why you put x squared there. Because the square is used as a base. Alright? So that's why it's x squared. That's for the area of one square. Then for the area of one rectangle, it's 21x. Because remember when we do surface area, one face is dimension by dimension. Okay? So 2x squared, we're doing this formula. So first we distribute. Yan. It becomes something like this. Then 84x.
Hello?
Then,
Ay, sorry, Malo. Yes, yes.
then what we do is, we need to, you know, set it equal to 0. Because it's a quadratic equation.
Hello?
That's the reason why we set it like this.
Hello?
So 2x squared plus 84x minus 2006. Then, we can factor out. How can we factor? We can factor it by dividing it both by 2. So 2x squared becomes x squared. 84 becomes 42. 2006 becomes 1003. And then now you're just left with x squared plus 42x minus 1003 equals 0. But, this is the problem, di ba? So we need to factor out. So how do we factor? We need to think of two numbers that we can multiply together to get 1003, whose product is 1003, and at the same time, the sum is positive 42. And what are the answers? Positive 59 and negative 17. So to double check to see if we get the answer, x times x is x squared. 59 times x, 59x. Negative 17 times x is negative 17x. Subtracting to combine like terms will let it be 42x. And then 59 times negative 17, yeah, that's still 1003. Check with the calculator, okay? So let me type it here. So ganito yun. 59 times 17. Tama, 1003. Okay? And then we check for the answer. Just like what I put here. Yun lang. And that's how we get the the surface area. That's how we get the answer. But wait, that's not it. Because remember, we got x as 17. Gets ko na, so therefore, the value of x, the value of one side is 17. But remember, for question A, it asks for how much liters is it in? How much liters is it? So this is what we do. The first thing we need to do is to do surface area. Just like what I did here. Can you see what I'm doing?
Kasi akala ko si Anya Robby ayaw ko sagutin.
Yan, so yun. This is the face, okay? So these are the two squares. We got 289. And then this one is 17 times 21. These are the four squares. And then when we sum this up all together, we should get 2006, which was supposed to be the reference surface area that we're supposed to be getting. Yan. So that is the surface area of the rectangular square prism. Okay? Now, this is the plan. Because remember, it says here in the problem that we need to, we need to put the three different sizes of bubbles onto each side of the aquarium, except for the... So yeah, so just what I said, how many liter, it says there are three sizes, and we need to depict how many sizes will there be. So if I remember, this is what we did. The small paper plates have a circumference of 18.84 inches. So this is a bit tricky, because we do not know what is the area of the circle. Because we need to determine the area of the circle in order that we can place them or stick them into the aquarium. And you know naman the aquarium, there are 6 sides. Remember, we have in the square prism, we have the top, the bottom, the front, the back, the sides. But it says here that the square is used as the base. So if the square were used as the base, just like this, diba ito yung base, diba? So everything will be rectangles. And then this will also be a square. So base yun. So therefore, we do not include the squares when we put the bubbles. Ano, maglagay ka ng bubbles dito sa square na yan at doon sa taas. Kaya naman this is the solution that we did. Excuse lang ah. So yan, so this is what we did. We need to estimate. First, we need to convert the measures. So ganito kasi yung nangyari. Remember, for the bubbles, we need to get what is the circumference, diba? So we know for 18.84, diba sabi dito sa word, the circumference of the small bubbles is 80.84. So what is the diameter? 6 inches. And then 31.4 is 10. Then 47.1 is 15. Just like what we have here. So yun talaga yung solution. Now, we need to convert that to cm because remember, our unit is in decimeters. So we need to convert that into metric units. So we know the formula in general is 1 inch is equivalent to 2.54 cm. Then we convert the rest. Yan. So ito yung ginawa namin. We did it this way. Multiply by 2.54. Then we did the same thing here. Multiply by 2.54 and multiply by 2.54. Okay? Then this one naman dito sa baba, we convert it to decimeters. So remember, this is our answer in centimeters, right? So we need to convert that into decimeters. So divided by 10, because 1 decimeter is equivalent to 10 centimeters. So divide by 10, we should get 1.524. Then 25.4 divided by 10 is 2.54. Then 38.1 cm is 3.81. And that is the diameter of the bubbles. Okay? So yun. Now, we have already gotten the diameter. And now, since we have already gotten the diameters of all the three sizes of the bubbles, it's time to do the area. So, to solve for the area, kasi nga, di ba remember, it's just like the problem that I gave you last time. If you're given the circumference of a circle, you need to solve for the area. So, you need to know both. If you have a circle, such that you're given radius or diameter, it's your job to solve for the circumference of or area and area. Either of the problem, whatever is asked. Or, if you are given the circumference, then it's your job to solve for the area. But before that, you need to get the radius and the diameter. Yun talaga yung formula. Okay? Now, here's the area of the bubbles. For the small, here's the formula. We did 3.14. 3.14 times 120 times P126, which is 1.524. Remember, your unit should be in decimeters. Kasi nga the reference is, our unit should be in decimeters. Just like that. Then, remember, you're gonna have to, what did you do? You're gonna have to do divide by 2. Because remember, that's the diameter. So, you need to convert that to the radius. So, this is what we did first. Applying PEMDAS, because if we don't put parentheses, it would be 2 squared muna, which is wrong. But we want to imply division first. So, that's why, ito yung ginawa namin. We imply the group first onto the division part. So that it should be division first before exponent. Kasi nga yung law ng PEMDAS, we should do exponents first before the division. Kung nag-exponents tayo, this should be the first. 2 squared. And that would be this answer divided by 4, which will give you a very wrong answer. Kaya naman, we have to simplify that first. We have to put parentheses into the equation. Then from there, we exponent it and then multiply it by 3.14. Then what's the answer? 1.823216. And then for the medium bubbles, we still work out the same process. Okay? And then you still do the same thing. And that's the area of the bubbles. Now, with the area of the bubbles, we need to estimate. That's why ganito yung paraan. Diba, remember this one, I put here, we estimate. So, we need to estimate how many bubbles can fit inside. And if they can all fit. Kasi nga sabi dito sa problema, it says here in the problem, he's going to planning to stick 12 large bubbles, 20 medium-sized bubbles, and 36 small-sized bubbles onto the aquarium. Yan. So, 12 large, 20 medium, and 36 small. So, we need to determine if all of these bubbles can fit. How many bubbles can fit? But before that, let's get to the volume first. Because remember, we got the volume. How do we get the volume? Remember, the surface area was 2006. And remember, to get the volume of the rectangular prism or square prism, it's length times width times height. So therefore, to get the volume, it's like this. Tama? We did it this way. 134 times Q135. Where is it? Yan. So this is the volume. So this is our volume. And then 1 cubic decimeters is how much cubic centimeters? We do it 10 cube. Tama? 10 cube is 1,000. And then multiplying that, we should get this answer. Then dividing it, we should get this answer. Cross out the 3 zeros. Then to convert that to liquefied unit, 1 cubic cm is 1 ml. And 1 liter is 1,000 ml. So 6,069. Diba, remember, this is our answer, diba? 6,069. Diba? And then, divide by 1,000. And we should get this answer. So therefore, the volume is 60,690 liters of water would fit in the aquarium. So that's the answer for letter A. But we're still not yet done because we still need to do letters B, C, and D. See you later.